Hi, my name is Pettrus Konnoth. I'm in ninth grade. The category I'm doing is digital photo production. Photography, I've been doing it for 3 years. It's completely self-taught. It's mostly me looking up YouTube videos and all that whenever I'm just really curious about how different parts of the camera work or how to take better photos or take different types of photos. It's completely self-taught. So I got, the camera I'm using is a Canon SL2. I got this like 3 years back, and it was just really great time. Really had a great time with the camera, and every time I take photographs, it's just a really great pleasure. So one of my biggest achievements is that I learned a lot of more things, like to take photos in manual mode. Like I think last summer, which was really great because it unlocks a lot more possibilities to you as a photographer. So the purpose of this project was nature, basically just nature around you. Like there's a lot of beautiful things around you that you just don't notice. So I tried to go around where I live and look for places I've never noticed, or just when you like look at things through a camera, it's just a different view or a perspective that you look at. Like it's just a different way of looking at things. So the photos that I'll be showing you will be photos that I've taken in India. I've been traveling to India during my Christmas holidays. All these photos are taken on a 50mm prime lens. So let's look at the photos, and I'll be demonstrating how I edited some of them. And all these are places completely close to my house that I was just wandering around and just explored some new places, some great new places. So let's see. So the software I use to edit all my photos is Lightroom. I think I've started to use Lightroom like a year ago. I just like all the features it has. It's really easy to learn, and it's really powerful tool to have as a photographer. One of the things I could improve on this project is that if I had better Photoshop skills, it would have been so much better. So one of the things that I'm looking forward to working is getting my Photoshop skills better. Photoshop is just so much better because you can do much more complex stuff. Since it's a way more powerful tool, which unlocks a lot more possibilities to you as a photographer. So now I'll be demonstrating how I edit my photos. So this was taken when I was visiting India and exploring some places. I believe this was a river. It was like the thing that you see over here is a fishing net. It was really an interesting place. So this photo is, as you can see, it was taken in really good lighting conditions. The ISO, I was able to keep it on 100, so there's really less noise in it. So to start with, all my photos, I started with auto as my starting point. So, and then since the ISO was taken at the lowest possible, like 100, so I think I can bring the sharpness up a bit, because I think that would make it look a bit better. So I think we can do 50. Should be no problem. And then I think the green color needs some adjustment. So I think the luminance is too high. So let's bring it down a bit. Maybe a bit more saturation. Yeah, I think that looks good. So that's pretty much how I edit some of my photos. It'd be a great photo in my opinion. It has that light bokeh effect, and it just looks pretty attracting to the eye. And this is the before and after. I added some pretty good changes. I think I've enhanced the photo a bit more. I think that's it for this photo. So this is another picture. So this photo was also taken near that same river. This is just an empty boat. I think this photo just looks nice, but it just needs some enhancements. So let's just start with set auto on the tone. That's fine. So let's just bring up the sharpness a pinch up. So that's good. Now I think the green color needs it needs to pop out a bit. So it's just. I think the luminance should go up a bit, and I think that's fine. So let's make the colors on the flowers look a bit better. So yeah, I think this picture is fine now. It already has that nice bokeh effect, which is really nice. This was taken on the 50mm lens too, which is one of my go-to lens, which is really nice. Since it has that small aperture, you can get that really blurry background, which is really nice. It's really especially good for like portraits. And this is a before and after picture. I think the colors are just a bit more better, and it just looks more true to life. So this is another picture. I think it's fine, but it just needs a lot of enhancements. Let's start with some auto tone, and then let's just bring out the green a bit. So you'll be thinking, why do I have green in all my photos? So it's because one of my themes was nature. It's just purely nature around you. So I think the green has to come out a bit more saturation maybe. So finding great colors is just basically just playing around with all the settings. So I think that's fine. So I think it just needs some sharpening. Maybe 50. Thing is, now you see a patch of grass over here. I think it needs to be removed. So if you can take the brush tool and maybe clone it. Let's see. I think that's fine. So the photo is just now less distracted looking. Yep. So it just has that natural bokeh effect, which is nice. And this is also taken on the 50mm. So this is the before and after. As you can see, the photo is just now less distracted, and I think this looks a bit more professional, for my opinion. And the colors are a bit more better, and a bit more sharpened too. So I think it's just more appealing to the eye. So for this picture, it's kind of like an endless road. It just symbolizes like it's just a really great picture. So it is the before and after. So the colors are just not that good, but the after one, we have that light vignetting on the sides, and then the green is so much better. And that's it for that photo. And let's look at another one. And this picture was also a nice one, because it's just puppy eyes found on the street. So the luminance was too high on the leaves on this one, so I just brought it down a bit and just made the green color pop out a bit, and then just adjusted the contrast and exposure and all that. Yeah, this just looks so much better. Photo is also a really nice one. It has that, as you can see, that light bokeh effect on the sides. I just don't know why this photo it just looks really good to the eyes. I just did really some enhancements to the photo. I just sharpened it a bit and just add some vignetting on the sides and just brought out the greens a bit, like a really tad bit, and that's it for this photo. So this is the last and final picture that I'll be showing you guys. So this is just a flower that I just found around my house. It was just a nice looking flower and it had some great daylight, so I just used a 50mm to and used like really tight aperture. Like I think I used 1.8 f1.8. That's why I got that great bokeh effect. It's nothing that special, but I just did some enhancements for the. I just brought up the exposure a bit and just took down some highlights, and that's pretty much it. So to wrap things up, photography has been a really great journey for me. I've learned a lot of really useful skills that can come handy for just editing, like, editing, taking great photos, all that. So I learned a bit of Photoshop, just how to use Lightroom, which has been really useful because it just makes your photos just so much better. Just using a photo straight out of camera is then rather than just editing in Lightroom just makes a big difference. And with Photoshop, the possibilities are really endless. And I've also learned a lot about cameras, like just, shutter speeds and aperture and all that stuff, which helps you take better photos and just be a better photographer in general. So thank you for listening to my presentation. Have a great day. Bye.